Hola a todos mis coprolitos y coprolitas y bienvenidos a este vuestro canal Marco Snake Gameplays y cachondeo. Os habla Marco Snake. Saluditos a todos. Bueno, vamos a continuar con el Vampyr. Y nada, vamos a seguir con las misiones principales porque la secundaria ya vimos que aquí tenemos esta un poco complicada. Tenemos ahí un vampiro de nivel 18. Y luego tenemos ahí el meollo del asunto, que está algo complicado. Ahora mismo somos nivel 9. No sé cómo se sube el poder de... el nivel de cautivar. Todavía no lo sé. Equipa un objeto de tal. Todavía no tengo. Así que vamos a ir directamente a hacernos las misiones principales. Esta es nuestra guarida que hemos encontrado por aquí, que tardaba medio siglo en entrar. Parece que era por aquí. Vale. No, esta es mi sala. Vale. Creo que tenemos en objetos medicamentos. Sí, tenemos... Ah, vale. Ya sé lo que quería hacer. Ya me recuerdo. Dar medicamentos ahí gratis a todos. Igual que la enfermera Crane, a la que estamos buscando. Pero ahora ya, a ver, ¿por dónde salgo yo de aquí? Teníamos varias puertas. Por lo menos dos. Pero yo entré por aquí. No sé por qué no nos ponen un tiempo de carga para salir y entrar. No te pongas ahí en medio, pitufis. ¡Eh! Tengo a la gata. Me he puesto aquí un foco porque no me veis la cara. Ya me he dado cuenta. Llevo un par de días haciendo directos y no se me ve la cara. Pero tengo a la gata que está arrimando por ahí. Ven. Ven aquí. Tómate aquí. Ven. Mire. Ven. Mira, en el batín del papá. Ven. Ven. Ven aquí. Ven aquí. Ahí. Nada, no quiere. Y así por lo menos me veis, aunque se haga de noche pronto. Bueno, y es que está nublado. Llevamos 2 días así poco medio nublado. Vale, ya estamos aquí. Tenemos que buscar a dos compañeros que están algo tocaetes de agotamiento. No tenemos para hacer ni migrañas, ni este que todavía no lo conozco, ni bronquitis, pero a esta del agotamiento pues los ayudaremos, tú. A ver quiénes son. Son Clayton, Darby y Harry Peterson. Así que vamos a ponernos la visión nocturna esta. Y a ver dónde coño estaban Harry Peterson y el otro. Ahí hay un árbol. La feta. Vale, creo que venimos por aquí. Benjamin Palmer. ¿Y el otro quién es? Albert Palmer, Benjamin Palmer. Este tiene migraña. No, este no. No estoy buscando de ti. Que no quiero saber nada de ti. Tía. Cachondeo. El moreno este sé más o menos dónde está. ¿Y este quién era? Harry Peterson. No me acuerdo de quién era. Harry posee la constitución. Harry no quiere vivir en Whitechapel. No me acuerdo de quién es. Loretta. A ver, ¿quién anda por ahí? Ahí hay uno. Darius Pitrescu. Pitrescu tampoco me cae bien. Ah, vale, este es el de la choza, este que tenemos que entrar. Aquí hay un cubo. Vamos a ver que tenemos 4 muelles. Bueno, son. Pero... el de este, ¿dónde coño estaba, tío? Bueno, ahí hay más gente. Son malos. Ve. De nivel 12. ¿Y tú por qué no me sales? Bueno, vamos a dejar esto. Que no veo. No sé dónde estoy ahora mismo. Estoy yendo por un camino extraño. Así que vamos a dejarlos que descansen. Pitrescu, no me interesas. Estaban por arriba. Y es que el otro ya no me acuerdo dónde lo encontré. A los dos primeros que encuentro son a los dos hermanos los que se están sopapeando la cara. Pero luego sé que por aquí arriba había más peña. A ver, Harry Peterson. Mira, está por ahí. Harry Peterson. Te tengo. Joe Peterson. Ah, vale, estos son los del niño. Barrel Lewis. Ah, ese es el que está dentro. ¿No? Sí. Te voy a dar un remedio.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in? Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Hola, Peter. Vengo a ayudarte.
May I ask you a few questions? I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Primero te voy a agotamiento. Vale.
Do you need any medical help, young man? Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything's so hard.
Tranqui, yo tengo un remedio para ti.
You'll feel better with this, but you need to get a grip, young man.
Young man.
Medication alone won't cure melancholia. I'm not sure
Melancholia.
I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this.
No me jodas.
But I thank you for your concern, sir.
¿Tienes algo nuevo que contarme? Creo que no. Pistas, pistas y más pistas.
Goodbye, young man.
Bueno, chaval, ahí te quedas. Ya te he curado. Y ahora me queda... Ahora me queda ese que está por ahí arriba, ¿no? Desconocido. ¿Quién es usted, señora? Uy, madre. Ay, Cristina.
But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor.
Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get
Suelen pagarme por abrir la boca. Cochina. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué me cuenta de su salud?
Have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Y esta no es inglesa. Su línea de trabajo tiene muchos riesgos sanitarios.
Considering your line of work,
Por no llamar a prostituta.
only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger. That's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
Me la suda
Do you
mientras
think
pague.
that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Oh.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
¿De fuera? No.
Are you
¿Puedes tener tu
talking from
opinión?
experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Uno rapidito. Pa, 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 pa. Estilo con Vale. A ver, preguntas personales. ¿Tenemos algunas? Hábleme de
Tell
usted.
me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no
¿Por qué
interest.
no? Yo sí.
I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The
La guerra
war,
del exilio en Inglaterra.
exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few
¿Ves cómo no
options
es
in life.
inglesa? Cristina no podía encontrar ningún trabajo decente por su condición de inmigrante. Ah, te he pillado yo solo con el acento. Ah. ¿Te crees tú? Debería intentar buscar otro trabajo.
I'm sure
Right,
you
huh?
could have found another job, perhaps less lucrative.
Ah,
Maybe you should try again.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
no tiene razón. A ver, estoy buscando una enfermera.
Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital. Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea
Sí,
Crashonescu.
Crashonescu.
She came from Romania like me and...
Ah, ¿ves cómo era romana? ¡No sabía!
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Sabía que era rumana. Hombre, claro, los vampiros. El original viene de Rumanía. ¿No? ¿Qué creéis? Bueno, voy a mear y ahora vuelvo. Estamos aquí. Bueno, pues, a ver, que tiene agotamiento. Esta tiene agotamiento.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself. As
Te la
best
puedo
you can.
soltar, ¿no? También. A ver. Venga, va.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
No.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
It's free.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Vale. Pues nos hemos quedado sin medicina para el que lo estaba pasando chungo. No es por aquí. Porque el otro está ahí arriba. Así que me va a tocar hacer otra. Por el callejón oscuro este. Creo que la otra es algo por ahí arriba, pero... No. Totalmente al contrario. No sé, aquí es la X, ¿no? No. Otra mal. Pero no entiendo este tiempo de carga, tío. No veo. ¿Cómo se corría, tío? ¿Dónde está la mesa de trabajo? Ahí. Ahí. A ver, otro suero. Sepsis, anemias, bronquitis. Tiene uno. Tiene una bronquitis de caballo. Necesito permanganato de potasio. Pero no puedo conseguirlo con lo que tengo. Porque esto es aluminio. parmenato ese de los cojones. Bueno, y si salgo por una de estas puertas, ¿qué pasa? Ah, que no había nada. Coño. Botella, pitillera. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Hostia, qué movida tú. Vámonos. Hasta luego. 14, nivel 14. Y había otra puerta, ¿no? O lo he alucinado yo. No. Esta sí que es de salida. Ah, pues ahí tengo ahí a dos colegas en la habitación de al lado. Que voy a tener que ir a palos con ellos. Tengo ocupas en casa. Es que son muy largos los tiempos de carga. Cambiar, no hay otro. Pero bueno, a ver. No, ¿qué? No puedo entrar aquí. Ah, vale, aquí está en la casa del... A ver, Joe Peterson. Este es el que estaba también agotado. Ahí lo tenemos.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Bueno, a ver, cuéntame cosas.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Venga, tómate. A ver, preguntas personales. ¿Tienes alguna más? No. Sobre el dispensario médico clandestino, también lo pregunté. No, quería darte una medicina, coño.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I
Hola,
help
buenas. Sí. Tienes
Do
agotamiento.
you need assistance?
Tengo
That would be
aquí
nice
un...
of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in my investigation.
Tengo aquí un remedio casero que te va a apañar.
Investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London. You must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Goodbye, Mr. Dappy. A ver, tú contigo ya he hablado. Ahora se ve que había un caminito por aquí. Aquí también hay un callejoncillo que no sé dónde va. Vale, esta parte esta de esta. ¿Tenemos alguna persona por aquí? Tenemos un cubo de basura, que bueno. Puede haber algo. Dos muelles. Tenemos una puerta. ¿Que dónde nos lleva? No, esto es para salir. Aquí tenemos esta misioncilla de los huevos. La tengo que pasar. Cristina Poppa. La Poppa y la proa. A ver, esta estaba por aquí. Y ya la vi yo. Tenemos... No tenemos nada. Una puerta cerrada, un cartel que se repite más que el ajo. Al final. Pero bueno, lo normal. En la vida real. Cuando empiezan a colgar carteles. Encuentra el buzón. ¿Dónde está el buzón? ¿Dónde está el buzón? ¿Buzón de qué? ¿De sugerencias? ¿O de qué? Encuentra el buzón. Pues vale. 23 metros, 25. Ahí puedo subir. ¿Y esto para qué coño vale? Me sigo preguntando. ¿No puedo subir a otro lado? No entiendo. A ver, ¿qué buzón? ¿Quién es usted? Hola. ¿Cómo se llama?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Uy, es muda.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penetrators. But I mean you no harm, truly.
¿Qué es muda?
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Poco más puedo hablar con ella.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Vale. El buzón.
The content of
MP3 escucha, vale.
could give me more leverage to enter.
El buzón está ahí. ¿No? Ah, vale, esa era la carta. Cuarentena, no se acerquen a esta zona. Tan, tan. Bueno, este juego tiene algo que ver, ¿no? Os estáis dando cuenta un poco. Tiene algo que ver con los que nos mantiene. Un pequeño ramo con un cupón. Camelia. ¿Esto qué es? Camelia reparte en secreto cupones médicos de dispensario de Dorothy Cray. Esto tiene calidad de sangre, 4000 me darían. A ver, ¿qué tú quieres? ¿Tú eres la muda? Sí. Entonces ahora podría hablar con ella, a ver.
Hello again, miss.
Sí.
Camelia, I know you work for Dorothy Cray. Please tell me.
Pero ¿cómo te lo va a contar si es muda?
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have me clear. Well, goodbye then.
Vale. Vamos a seguir adelante. A ver. Hay una puerta cerrada. Otra planta. De Camelia. Cubo de basura. Más muelles. ¿Qué puedo pasar? Casco antiguo de Whitechapel. Uy, esto está complicado. Mira, está todo rojo. ¿Fijáis? No, esto vamos a dejarlo para otro día. Es que por ahí encuentra. Está cerrado. Tengo que pagar toda la vuelta porque tengo que entrar por el otro lado. Que había una puerta abierta. A ver, sí, que la vi el otro día. Así que nada, rodearemos la chapel. Ahí está charlando. Oh, la madre que va a parir. Ole tú, di que sí. De te conozco, ¿no? Clayton. Esta es la puerta que está abierta. Open the doors. Y come on, baby. A ver, ¿qué me encuentro aquí? Estamos buscando ya. Ahí de Jen. Uy, un número 10. Ah, bueno, qué bolfín se aparece. Vale, vale, tranquilo. Tranquilo. No pase res. Venme casa a mí. Ya, toma. Arte chu... Ah, quería una 3. Me cae que la madre de... ¡Hostia! Está lleno esto. Hostia, que me están dando. No. Uno menos. Va. Dame sangre. Vamos, ven aquí. Que no te... No, no, cabrón. Dame. Muestra de sangre. Más muestra de sangre. Una pitillera. No acercarse. Gripe. Vamos a recargar un poquito más de vida. Es por ahí delante, es ahí detrás, justo de la iglesia. Ya que nos han puesto esto aquí un poco para tocar los cojones. Placa de plomo. Eso sí que me gusta, ¿ves? Hay que empezar a soltar mantecados. Aquí tengo que tener otra casa. A ver, yo creo que sí. ¿No? Cuando salen esas X, ¿no? Te he dado con tornillo. Esta puerta no se puede abrir. Ahí hay gente, ¿eh? Hay un pavo ahí que te he escuchado. Que parla esas horas. ¿Es buen tío? Sí, es buen tío. Parece el enterrador. Este es el cementerio. Cementerio. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard
Ah, el
Nethercott,
poeta.
at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposures.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in the city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, Death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet, nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercote, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Ya sabemos algo más de Camellia. La tenemos a tope 5000 y encima muda, tú. Madre mía. Pero veo que hace la gata. Están dando golpes por ahí. Vale. Bueno, aquí tenemos una... A ver, este está curado, este está curado. Este está curado. Este todavía no lo conocemos. Tú tienes las migrañas, tú estás curado. Resfriado y bronquitis. Este tiene un resfriado. ¿Quieres tú? El que estamos hablando. Vale.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But, will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercote.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
personales. Está hecho.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of it.
I'm looking for Dorothy
Crane.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Lo sé todo de él, chaval.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Silent flower of Whitechapel. An angel made flesh, I tell you. He's come to this world already touched by grace.
Hello again. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Canal. Very well. Goodbye then.
Vamos a ver a Petrescu.
Look the other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, haven't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Nada, sí, vamos a robar un poquito, ¿no? Caja grande, pastillas. Más pasta.
It's locked, all right.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Tell me...
I do not...
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Vamos a ver qué hay por aquí.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Hemos perdido un paciente.
He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadiest streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Ojo ahí. Entrevista con el vampiro. Sí. Está pasando ahí. Está pasando aquí.
Crush the leads, boys!
Vamos.
Put an end to you!
Bien. Tenemos que volver al hospital.
Good evening, my...
Loretta, your miraculous formula wouldn't even cure a common cold, and you know it.
The Swanborough's cordial secret ingredient is hope, Doctor. And it's something people around here really need.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit. But in your case, you could be murdering your customers, who may die because they are not receiving the necessary medical attention.
Medical attention? In Whitechapel? Trust me, my cordial is the best option they have, since it is the only one.
If your true purpose was to help, you wouldn't take money from the poor for your sneak.
Oh, but to pay for it is part of the process, Doctor. If it were free, they wouldn't believe in it.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Vamos a ver que pasemos por casa. Aquí no. ¿O será por aquí? Ahora puedo hacer alguna cosa más. Un mejunje nuevo. Parte de arriba. Vamos a ver. Vente. Luego también necesitamos una. Una de agotamiento. Seguro. Bronquitis otra segura. Y resfriada. tengo nada para analizar. Vamos a ponernos el descarro al este. ¿Ven? Pueden haber cambiado. Vamos a hacer influencers un poco. ¿Pero ha tenido alguna repercusión? Desaparecido. ¿Tendrás hablado con un novio? Yo que sí. No sé dónde me envió. Ah, vale, estoy fuera. No, estaba por ahí arriba. Es que hay un cabrón que pega unos sopapos.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! To you!
Sí, hombre, cada vez vienen más. Vamos. Ah, tío. Tío. Está tocho el cabrón este, ¿eh? esto aquí? Hay una prueba de fuego. Pero me he sacado una porra. A ver. Esas dos manos. No. ¿Dónde está? ¿Esto es lo que me han dado? Pues vaya full. ¿No? ¿Dónde? 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120 Ese le vamos a dejar estar. Está sano. A este le puedo meter mano. Vamos a probar.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
¿Qué vale eso?
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ella. As for me...
No entiendo muy bien.
Blundering idiot.
Estar arriba. No sé qué tengo que hacer. Lady Ashby.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
¿Qué puedo hacer con él?
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well, but I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scum.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
The vampires.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, Even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
Oh.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Será mi habitación. Así que vamos para arriba. Lo único que sé es que puedo controlarlos, llevármelos a donde quiera. Supongo que será luego para matarlos. Pero es que no quiero matar a nadie. Obviamente en mi habitación. Está seguida cerrada. Falta una.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scouts. Is
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Ah, solo puedo tener una. Vale. Ok, vale, ya lo pillo. Vale, ya lo entiendo. Vale, ya lo voy entendiendo. Me faltan ahí cosas para analizar. Voy a echarnos una siesta. Si podemos saber subir algún nivelito. Ya tenemos terminantes. Uf. Nivel 12. ¿Qué pasaba ahí? Agotamiento todos en Whitechapel. Neuralgia tiene este ya. Bueno, pues lo vamos a dejar aquí, chavales. Muchas gracias a todos por haber estado aquí conmigo. Saludos cordiales, abrazos virtuales. Nos vemos en los bares. Chao.